In this video, I'll do 4 questions. These are 4 questions, which is based on method of factorization, and it actually involves two methods, that is regrouping as well as applying identities. We'll be applying one of these two identity as well as rearranging or regrouping. So first, when I copy the first question, what you can, or before that, you can see that we have, in order to solve this, what we can see that there are 3 square terms and one non-square term. Now identify the non-square term, right? Focus only on the non-square term. That is, it is a product of A and B. So clearly identity has to be formed with A and B and not C. So what you need to do is to write them in such a way, like I wrote A square plus B square and then insert or place minus 2ab and then shift c square on the other side, so as these three can be formed an identity. Right. Now, what next we have to do is, as we can see, this one is, we can write directly as a minus b whole square and write this c square as c whole square. Now, when you look into this, you'll find that again, we can apply this identity, that is a square minus b square. So first I applied a minus b whole square. First I applied this identity in the first part, and then I'm applying this identity. We generally call this as third identity, which says a square minus b square is a plus b a minus b. So this being our a and this being our b as for the identity. So it should be a plus b into a minus b. A plus b, that is c, and a minus b. This is a minus b. This is how this question can be done. Now, when I see the next one, that is this one. Here too, you can see that there are 3 square terms. That's 100 is a square term, a square, b square, and minus 2ab. As I said, we need to focus on the non-square term, that is minus, that's 2ab, you can say. So it is formed from a and b. So clearly a and b should be the part of the identity. So let's write down. If I write this, should I write? I should write this as, say, 100. Now, let me just copy the question first. B square minus 2ab. I'm doing the second part here. Right. Now, this is, I can write this as 10 square. Now, what I can see here, that these 3 terms are forming an identity. These 3 terms are part of an identity, but there is a minus sign in between. So we must take a minus common and place them inside a bracket. So this becomes a square plus b square and plus 2ab. Further, as you can see, I can write 10 as 10 square and then minus, this is a plus b whole square. This is a plus b whole square. Now, there is a possibility of sign error that have been observed in some part of this working. So what you do, now when you apply this identity, that is the third identity, considering this to be a and this to be b, when you apply this identity, you make an error, sign error. So let's see, how can we avoid this? This is a plus b. So in case of plus of this, there will not be any change in sign. So it's 10 in plus this only. And in case of minus, this is 10 minus of this. So it is 10 minus a minus b. This will be the final answer for this working. Continuing with the next part, I'm going to do this one. So in this question, this is x square minus y square plus 2x plus 1. Here too also you have to observe that this is a square term. This is a square, this is a square. 1 is 1 square only. So the non-square term is 2x. 2x means 2 into x into 1. So therefore the identity can be framed from x, 1 and 2x. So we need to write them in a one bracket. So this is x square plus 2x plus 1. So I'm going to isolate this. That is x square, which is a part of the identity, plus 2x, again a part of the identity, and this plus 1, right? So this plus 1 is also part of an identity. So what I did, I rearranged them so as to make an identity of a plus b whole square. And what is left here was minus y square. So since there is no minus sign in between, so you can place a minus bracket here. Clearly, this is a plus b whole square. We need to express this in this identity form, plus 2 times x into 1 plus 1 whole square, and then minus y. This is y square. Now, this I can write the first part as x plus 1 whole square, and this being minus y square. Now, I will be applying this identity of a plus b a minus b, which is a plus b into a minus b. That is a plus b, and a is this whole thing, x minus x plus 1 minus b. This is the working for the third part. Based on the same concept is one more I have taken, this one. Here too again you have to observe that there are three square terms. This is x whole square, this is 2y whole square, and this is z square. But then a non-square term is 4xy. What you need to see here that this non-square term is made from x and y and not z or z. So therefore this, and this are going to be the part of the identity. So I'm going to write the question first. It is x square plus 4y square minus z square minus 4xy. So as I said, the identity part of the identity is going to be x, y, and 4xy. So let's once again consider this is going to be the part of the identity. Yeah. So the part of the identity is going to be, one is this and including this, sparing z. Now let's write down in a single bracket by the method of rearranging, and this z square will be z square only. Now simplifying it in the format of an identity, this is 2 times x is x and y. Yeah, this is, first I am writing this, right? This is 2y whole square. This is 2y whole square, and then minus 2 terms, the first term and the second term, which is 2y inside a bracket, and then writing minus z square. So this becomes x minus 2y the whole square, and then minus z square. So now again applying the third identity, that is a square minus b square, that is a plus b into minus b. A plus b is this, and then a minus b is this. So as you can see, z is z square on z square is the b here, and that's why I wrote here as z as the second term. This is the fourth part.